Man like Arthur from Batman.
Dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, namaste, bonjour, hola, ciao, good morning, privet, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Ken at 10, broadcasting to you live, as always, from Norbury in Southwest 16. And what a stonker of a day it is here. It's beautiful. The sun is out, the sky is blue. Fantastic day for showing and selling houses. How are you? I hope you're well. A few news headlines for you today on the property market. First one is one from the Daily Express. Can't always believe what you read in the Express, can you? But it is an interesting point, and they're saying that homeowners have made more than £750 million worth of mortgage overpayments during the first quarter, and that's a third more than for the same period last year. And you tend to find this when people see that things are tightening, they'll do their best to batten down their hatches, pay off what they can, and make sure that they're as secure as possible going forward. So it's not a big surprise that that's happening, especially with interest rates rising. Of course, it makes the profit available from actually paying off your mortgage much higher than it would when interest rates are particularly low. And Nationwide, also an interesting article that's saying that they're offering interest-free loans for green home improvements up to 5 to 15,000, 0% allegedly. And this will be interesting for those looking at the energy performance problems and getting up to a C rating. Because governments say that they want the EPCs on all properties by 2035 to be a C rating or above. Renters Reform Bill loophole is an interesting one. Tory MPs and housing experts have warned that the Renters Reform Bill will cause an issue. And the reason it will cause an issue is because people won't be using Section 21. And if you're not using Section 21, guess what? You'll be using Section 8. And Section 8 evictions will still be available under the new scheme. And that will be the way that people will go. And they're actually saying, look, this is going to cause a spike in evictions under Section 8. Well, of course it will. You've just removed the only other ground. And the idea that the only reason that landlords want tenants out is because they're evil it's just crazy to me. I mean, it says it could result in more tenants gaining a county court judgment against them. Well, if they're not paying their rent, then surely that's expected. I mean, what other protections are there? There's got to be some protection there for landlords, right? Apart from that, we have not enough valuations in the diary today. So if you are thinking of getting a valuation or if you're on the market, as I said yesterday, it's a really good time for us to tell you why it is that you should be looking at us instead of some of our competitors to sell your home. I mean, the first thing is the experience. We've been here now for over 3 decades, over 30 years. So there's not a situation, a market lull, or anything else that we haven't come across before. So when you've got high interest rates in a tougher market, getting a good agent, a high quality agent to look after your needs is absolutely essential to get the best possible price, because the normal rules don't apply. When the normal rules don't apply, you need an agent that understands the current market. And that means things are a little bit different. And we have a marketing plan specifically for a tougher market with rising interest rates. So if you're on the market with another agent right now and you're wondering what you can do to get things going, we've got a plan for that. Call us around, no obligation. Let's sit down, have a chat, work out a fresh marketing plan for you and get you moving, because we can do that for you. Also, in terms of our network, one of the things that we can offer, a lot of people think that because we're small and independent, and proudly so, I hasten to add, that we won't be able to market you in the same way as others. Well, guess what? The main marketing platforms these days are the national ones, Rightmove and Zoopla. If you go to a big corporate, you'll be on with them. If you come to us, you'll be on with them as well. So the actual audience is the same. Many of these large competitors will say, oh, but we've got all these branches. But it makes no difference, because it's about how the inquiries are dealt with. And my experience is that in larger companies, those inquiries are more likely to fall off the end and not get dealt with properly and professionally. Whereas here at James Alexander, you make an inquiry, we're going to deal with it straight away, and we're going to get you to view that property on behalf of our client. So I think that's quite important too. Also, the fact that we do auctions. You may not be auctioning your property, but what it does, it means that we have a separate network of buyers that are professional, and it underpins your price at the lowest level. So even if you can't get offers from other people for specific reasons, difficulties with your property, there will always be buyers out there. Everything sells regardless of the market. Market conditions dictate that it changes, of course, but there's always a bottom figure. There'll always be an investor that will jump in at a certain stage. There'll always be a buyer. But what you need is an agent with a maximum number of investors and buyers to make sure that you do the very best from that particular situation. Got a couple of properties going to auction right now we're excited about. One here on Northborough Road with a guide price of £270,000, a freehold house. And then we've got a short lease flat coming up and that one's worth a look as well. And that's coming up at around £130,000 guide. And that is in Somerset Gardens, huge masonette needing modernisation. So we've got some exciting things that come up at auction. That means that we get people registering that other agents wouldn't have. They're not the traditional buyer. They're completely separate from that. They're the professional investor buyer. And those are kind of buyers that underpin the market at the lowest level to make sure you get the very best price. So when someone comes along and makes a really low offer, we can always look back at those professional buyers and say, well, actually, at that level, we could get you a professional buyer. So don't sell to them. You know, we can get you more than that. Or wait, which is something that many agents don't have the guts to say now because the market's a bit tougher. But if we think we can get you more, that will always be our advice, because we're always about having your back. And we like to think here at James Alexander that when you use us, the most important thing is that you know you don't have to worry about it anymore, because we've got your back. We'll protect your price, make sure you get the absolute most out of the deal that is reasonably possible, and make sure that you go away 100% happy with what we've done for you. And that's why we've got such a good rating on Google and All Agents, because we really do try our best to look after our clients. So if you want the kind of 5-star customer service that comes from an independent agent in the office that cares about what happens to you and your family and your move, then you need to talk to us. Drop me an email, ken@jamesalexander.com. Give us a call, 0208 679 8601. What better day for it? It's beautiful out there. Let's have a look around. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching as always. Ciao.